Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Mercedes' upgrade plan for the upcoming triple header, as well as what Ferrari are doing to try and be more competitive in Japan. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Mercedes, with trackside engineering director Andrew Shovlin saying the team are working hard to bring upgrades. Now Mercedes have had a really strong start to the 2025 season. They've been much more competitive than previous years. In Australia, the team got a pretty comfortable podium with George Russell, while Kimi Antonelli went from P16 to P4. In China, Russell on the podium again, a pretty comfortable podium at that, while Kimi Antonelli managed to finish 8th despite having some floor damage, and the team currently sits 2nd in the constructors standings. So it's been a really encouraging start for Mercedes, and it looks like the team want to capitalise on this by bringing as many upgrades as possible to try and bring as much performance as possible to the car to give them an edge over their rivals such as Ferrari and Red Bull, and perhaps even try and close the gap to McLaren out in front. Shovlin said, "We've shown that we've got a car that works well over a range of circuits. What we've also seen though is that McLaren are probably the team to beat. Max is pretty quick. Ferrari certainly don't look like they're far behind, and they've had a bit of bad luck in the last few races, so it's pretty tight at the front. We're working hard to try and bring development to the car because, as I said, we think that we need to close that gap to McLaren in particular. But we've got 3 very exciting circuits. So Suzuka, that's a fantastic track, very flowing, very fast. A lot of drivers have that as their favourite on the calendar. Then on to Bahrain. Well, we know Bahrain because we've been testing there. It has its own challenges, but hopefully we'll be at least in the fight for the podiums. And then Saudi Arabia, well, that's a street track, quite smooth. Again, a relatively new tarmac, and that throws up its own challenges. So 3 very different circuits. It's just exciting to start a season with a car that's working well, that the drivers are enjoying driving. It's much more predictable, and we're looking forward to the remainder. But let's move on to Lewis Hamilton, who's called out critics following his move to Ferrari. Now, it's been a bit of a mixed start for Hamilton with Ferrari. In Australia, the team just did not have the pace, and in the main Grand Prix in China, the team just did not have the pace either before both drivers were disqualified for car infringements. The only good news really was the sprint race in China, with Lewis Hamilton taking the sprint pole and the sprint win. Now, Hamilton has highlighted that he's looking to build a stable platform at Ferrari over a long-term period, and spoke about difficulties of the transition period, taking aim at those who have questioned his form. He was quoted by Racing News 365 as saying, "It's just that we live in such a strange time in the world. People just love to be negative at any opportunity, even with the smallest things. They'll just be negative about it. That's just a difficult time that we're living in. I see certain individuals, and again, I don't read the news, but I see bits here and there, see people that I've admired for years just talking out of turn. Clearly some of them just making uneducated guesses of what's going on. It's just a real lack of appreciation. It's not easy moving to a new team that works completely differently, completely different characteristics of a car. You don't just jump in and it's good. I mean, it's true. If you look at Seb Vettel, you look at Fernando Alonso, they did a great job when they joined the team in their early phases. But to build long-term success with a team takes time to build. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to jumpstart it, get ahead of myself. I'm just taking my time to build with this great team." Now, it's quite clear that Ferrari just need to improve that car in general. It is clear that there is speed in the car, but they're just not unlocking it in the crucial moments, really, in the main Grand Prix. And there are quite a few updates since the Chinese Grand Prix about what Ferrari are trying to do to be more competitive in Japan. For example, it's been reported that they've developed a new simulator model of the SF25 to improve race performance. On top of that, it's been reported that post-China analysis allowed the team to better understand the car's behaviour over longer runs and plan a more accurate setup for Suzuka. And the main objective for Japan is to improve platform stability and aerodynamic mechanical balance, especially in Suzuka's demanding first sector. So it looks like Ferrari are making key steps to try and be more competitive in Japan. Do you think they'll be more competitive in Japan? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.